and left and right and left and right, up and down. Okay, so we are back. Everything is supposedly recording properly. I will just I will just fix my Genshin sound. Everything is okay. Everything is recording. Where is my sound? Did I not turn it on? It's on. So, yeah. Okay. Everything should be fine. Where do I go? Nasha Town. Of course I go to Nasha Town. Yeah, I should have teleported there. So we are going to meet Varka, I presume. I'm kind of curious. His voice actor was wonderful, and I'm just looking forward to it, like, to the whole story. I've said no. I mean, okay, give me a second. This is annoying. Maybe later. Now we can continue. So go to Nasha Town. No, I'm not fighting you. Not now. You. Go. We are not fighting today. Okay. So we are in Nasha Town. And I'm kind of curious, like, how's the story going to progress? Because I successfully avoided all of these spoilers, which I'm very happy about. The only spoiler I got was Durin's picture in one of the videos. I immediately went off YouTube. So that's the only thing I've got, like angry Durin's face. Which I'm pissed because I wanted to see, to experience Durin for myself for the very first time. So, higher. So, do I go up here? Is there an elevator? I forgot. I'm not... Well, yeah, here is elevator. So, we go up. We will put our animal god. And we are going, continuing. Are we? Like lower, okay, E. Good. Let's see. What is there to offer? Give me the story. It's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Barrier though. Where could he have slunk off to? If only he was gone for good, but with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him. Hello, you must be the Traveler and Paimon? Mr. Prince has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over the quarry. He thinks it's time to regroup and figure out the plan. The wild hunt? Uh-oh, we'd better get over there right away. Come on, let's go, Lumine. Oh yeah, and I called her Lumine when I started playing Genshin because, I just kinda want to have the storybook experience. I do not want to call her Michelle, and it would actually sound weird since I've created this avatar as a Genshin OC basically. So yeah, this is Michelle and this is Lumine. Yep, let's go. Yay, a nation that does not exist. Okay. Let's see. Did I avoid spoilers that well? I swear that the nation that does not exist is new to me. And it just gives me Canrias vibes. At the quarry. Where was the quarry? Okay. No. Okay, so So, yeah, the quarry is down. Never mind. Whee! Ah, over there. Okay. Let's see. Linz, what do you have? Is this new? I have a feeling it's new. All the gang's here. This whole area feels like a soulless husk. Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable, as if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough. Is I know gonna say something? What's his endgame here? His endgame is that we are not beating him, I think. Much like with Arlecchino, who is supposed to come over here. So, Papa is, I think, I pray, going to put Rary down. Please. Everyone's here already. We made it. So what's going on? We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back before, expecting Rary to strike again. I just, you know, the Japanese voices are so smooth and so like, it just tickles my fancy. And English voices are just, I respect. I deeply respect, this is important to say, all the VAs. You are doing an amazing job, but some people just have different preferences, you know? Like, I'm insatiable with Japanese VAs. Like, this voice. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him, nor found any trace of his presence. That is, until this morning, when Ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the crystalline itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki is contained and is all but completely diminished. And we are sure that Warrior did this? He's the only one who can pull off a stunt like this. I mean, kinda, yeah. Clever girl, yeah. Raker of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic. Lumine, do you remember when we encountered Warrior just after regaining his body? No. I mean, he looked cool. He looked equally scary to Arlecchino when we first met her. And your lamp was his heart, I think, but that's all I remember. There wasn't a shred of sanity left, nothing but madness and rage. Yeah, he was already extremely dangerous even then. Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. But the thought that he's still out there lurking somewhere and not cry, waiting for his chance to strike, even chillier. Last time we fought, we were already at disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding? I mean, good point. Plot armor? Otherwise, I have no idea. Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly. I mean, he was a tad bit angry at us.
そもそも狂気に飲まれた人間がどうしてこうも巧妙に気配を隠せるのでしょうか。
Again, a very good point. How does someone who lost their mind completely still have the wits to cover their tracks? I don't know. According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own. Aren't we all though? Are we all insane? We're all mad down here. Okay, no, I'm not funny, I know. That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us. I kind of feel with him. There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past or what he might be hoping to achieve. Like, now we would really need Dainsleif and his lore drops. Like, we need a walking lore bomb Dane to come here. Exactly, and we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard about Wrecker of Solnari before all this. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel and not cry, we still wouldn't find more than like 3 successful, useful facts about him. So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger, but if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look. Yeah, we have! Go search for Dane! Last time we had Marionette and her big robo buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone... Paimon's head hurt just thinking about it. What are we supposed to do against threat this big?
一つ思い当たる節があります。こうして採石場を襲ったということは、他の空爆に満ちた場所にも手を出すかもしれません。
He will go for science of Frost Moon or for Columbina as we saw in the trailer. Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki.
例えば
Somewhere like the Eye of Krati or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure, if we just sit back and let him keep observing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance against him. Oh, that's why he will go for Columbina, because she's like a source of Kuvaki, I think, from my understanding. A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both, we'll need to split up. Of course we will have to split up. I agree. We should split up. Right now, Raria's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hissi Island. Wait, why Hissi Island? If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki Rich Earth, was it not? That's right. Yes, it could be well potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims. Launa is so pretty. Splitting up's always gonna be risky, but I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time. Like, I know he's such a sweet and clever girl. Like, we have other children here in Genshin, but like, Klee is realistically the only one that is actually childlike child, I would say. And if we run to Reverie, what then? That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind! Didn't you say the third rule was go with the flow? The same thing. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this situation, go with the flow means go find backup. Smart, smart. Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Reverie, do not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as soon as possible. We need to put safety first. Alright, we'd better get moving. Let's go, Inefa. So, where are the new people? Where are we meeting the new people? Come on, come on, I just want to see our new faces. Now listen closely, Ari. Ah! The proof of cognoscenti, that's not something you find just lying around. I mean... Alright, first let's play. I will just be teleporting and you guys will really tell me if you want me to walk all the way here for the story's sake or teleporting is just fine. So, let's teleport. Here. Yeah. Let's see. So, there's our gang. Any leads? Nope, diddly squad. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. Didn't you say avoid him? What do you mean? No clues where he's hiding. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this. Careful what you wish for. So you didn't find anything either. Not loving the word either. How about you, Flins? I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigations down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. It's gonna be Varka. It's not going to be... It's like red herring. It's not Varka. It's for... it's not... Reverie. It's for sure Varka. Or... Varka is well known. It's Dane. Calling it right now. It's Dane. Yeah, that's Dane. He doesn't stay in one place for long. He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next target? Columbina. Columbina is his next target. Our moon goddess. No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it. All we can do now is hope that Aino and Inefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Reverie. If you got the guts, come face me one-on-one. Again, Yagoda. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Careful what you wish for, please. I didn't mean it, I swear. No, it's coming from Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in there. Oh, right away? Right away? No way that we got this right away. I thought that's like a... I thought that's going to be like a climax of this story. Not immediately. No way!
ひとまず今は彼を止めましょう。
I'm not reading the cutscenes, I'm sorry.
まだ偽りの輝きにすがるのなら、その光と共に闇に落ちるがいい。ソリンディス、もうすぐ俺は。
危ない。
Okay, no one's hurt? No, she is. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, this is no problem. At least Columbina is alive.
あいつらを探せ。ここを焦土にしてでもな。
Well, at least she's alive. That was kind of intense. Jesus Christ, I was so scared. Like, she's not playable yet. She can die anytime. That was too close. Where are we, sweetie? How did he get so strong? I am more surprised that Yahoda isn't freaking out that a literal moon goddess is with us. Maybe she didn't process that yet. And that probably wasn't his full strength.
国を滅ぼせる者の力を。
I doubt his strength would even be measured by conventional standards. I have a question. I know he's going to put down the question, eh? He was chasing after her like he wanted her dead. What was that about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out, and by the time they arrived, we didn't see how it all started. It escalated so quickly we had no choice but to step in. Kuter, can you shed any light on the situation? Kuter, cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that Frost Moon Signs referred to as the Moon Goddess? Wait, she's the Moon Goddess? Oh! No wonder she looks just like all those statues. Is Aino going to be more cordial than Yahoda? True. There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility toward me. I just love how this veil keeps sparkling, like, mwah, chef's kiss. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I'm a target. There are many potential motives. For instance, you helped Lumin escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%. A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Notcryte undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yahoda, this is serious stuff. You can suggest we all just chicken out. I mean, I still do not understand where Durin and Albedo come in. I understand Varka. I do not understand Durin. So I'm very curious where he will chime in the story. Running is our only option. You seem surprised, but what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat alone. Well, I mean, yeah, but still. It's not too late. I can distract him, so you'll have plenty of time to make your escape. No. You are coming with us, sweetie. You are going to be playable, and you are... you are not staying behind. Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait? She's not. Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my butt. I love this girl with all my soul since she's in Genshin. But she's crazy. Like, her self... She... Okay, go on. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Lauma? The Frostmoon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay. We can't just draw over and let him get away with this. That's not our style. Yeah, we can just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Wait, did Yahoda witness this, or is she not processing it? Because she's usually the one to panic first, and I'm surprised she's taking this surprisingly well, that she's facing a literal moon goddess. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditch her now, I'd never forgive myself. I mean... We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking, but... Suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another. Yeah. Warrior's true objective remain unclear. If we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop. We stand and fight, no matter what. And I will cry if someone dies. But... Kutar, I know why you left the Frostmoon Science so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them as if that were their entitlement. I mean, people be people. If it were me, I might have walked away too, but I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Silence need you. Wait, is she going to realize that this is her home? That would be also so sweet if she was like, okay, this is my home now and I'm going to protect it and barrier. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay not out of obligation, but as a part of our family. Aww, that's so sweet. You were born here and now you've returned. Who knows, perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home. I mean, she wants to return to Moon. I don't want her to return to the Moon. Am I selfish? Yeah, I am. I guess I am. Oh, she said. Thank you, Loma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. It's our turn to help you now. Very well then. I'll do as you say. Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distance in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the Moon Goddess? It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now. And it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do it again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling, like a lake cut off from its source slowly shrinking away. Now it has almost run dry. This is what I mean when I say that I think Paimon is the god of Khaenri'ah, you know? If her people refused her, she has no power and therefore she is useless. I love Paimon, but you know what I mean. What do you mean, rejected by the world? The three moons belong to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. Her voice is so soothing. That's why we need the moon marrow to borrow the eternal moon's power. The three moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the frost moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other two. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kubaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find it... Oh, shoot. It's the wild hunt. Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later. Okay, let's do this. They are just scouting party, which means we won't be far behind. Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here. Nope. Oh! Oh, he's pretty strong. This goes on much longer. I can breathe when I'm fighting. Let me fight and then we can talk. Who's left? Oh, come on, this is drawing for too long. Go, 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 go.
夢なき眠りへようこ
リンとわの安寧を創始対象ロックオン塵となってください見てだよ装置の影
Isn't that moon like... Wait, was that moon like the timer of when Rerir is coming? Hey, Varka! The captain's here? Hey!
う。どうやら
What's the matter? A bit of more than you could chew? He's here, and he's awesome. His model looks so good. Holy like, this is the new playable model, like actually muscles and everything. This is not a boy, this is a adult man. Oh my god. Who are you? Wait. Uncle Varka, you're back from Amsvan? No, I'm not going to read that. Wow, you're Varka? Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius? Yeah? Uh-huh. We can save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe. Is there where I think it is? That's the one. Come on, let's move. He looks great. He sounds great. Where are we? This is so well hidden. Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonia's meeting place in Notcry and the contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network. The Northern Intelligence Network. I think I should know what that is, but I didn't pay enough attention before this, so... AKA the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Notcry, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally it's secure. In a Notcry trailer, he mentioned he is here for a moon. Should I be worried about Columbina? Nah, he's not going to be bad guy. I can't get over the fact that this... I'm going to edit Ito over here, but Ito's model, but... Oh my god, this is so good. They need to update every model they have. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Notcry should be pretty familiar with me by now, but I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas and Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius. We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. Yes? Hey, I said I will not be drooling over him, but now that he's here, I'm kinda weak in the knees. You look way younger than Paimon expected, but you definitely have that Grandmaster vibe. I mean, from all the characters that we have, playable ones, he looks the eldest. Older than Zhongli, at least.
若いってのは言い過ぎだ。
Well, I'm no spring chicken, just not showing my age yet.
不眠不休で
Definitely feeling some of that back pain today though. Rushed back from
復活直後のあいつと戦う羽目になるなんてな。
Rushed back from Svartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
もう彼と一
Another?
戦交えたのですか。
You mean you fought him before?
ああ
Yep, he wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off.
団員たちは怪我をし
My squad took heavy injuries and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him.
結局その後もあいつの後を追い
I
続けた
tried
が
tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as many trained
今の
operative.
精神状態はまともじゃない。だからお前たちと
So I decided to come find you, and as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the wild hunt. The rest, you already know.
その後のことは知っての通りだ。
Like, this is going to be a playable character. Do you understand? This is going to be a playable character.
つまり
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat? Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
情報を更新
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
評価レベルを引き上げました
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Notcry? Why was the wild hunt returned in humanoid form, and why is it after you?
愛のが説明する
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
実はね
Aino brings Varka up to speed about what happened before.
そんなことがあった。
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it.
まさか蒼月の
So the Kutar is actually a Fatui harbinger, and all this wild hunt activity in Notcry is the work of the Wrecker of Solnari, one of the five sinners.
五大罪人の月の狩人と来たか。情報が多すぎる。
That's a lot to
消化す
take
る
in.
時間をくれ。
Need some time to wrap my head around it all. The scars, the scars!
ファルカさん申し訳ない
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka.
かつて
You stood with us against the wild hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
そう謝るな。
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter.
何事も完璧
You
に
can
進
plan
む
a
なんて
hundred
ことはない
steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next.
風がどこに向かって
Hey, a true monster.
俺は現状に対
And
して
to be perfectly
そこまで
honest,
驚いちゃいないぜ。
I can't say I'm
こ
surprised.
れまで何度も
For
ワイルド
all
ハ
the
ントを
times
処理
we've
してきたの
defeated
に
the wild hunt in the
根絶でき
past,
てない
we've never been able to completely
全部
wipe it
ただ
out.
の時間稼ぎ
Turns
だったと
out
考
we
え
were
れ
just
ば
delaying
腑に
the
落ちる
inevitable. Inevitable. You know what I mean?
だが今新たな希望がやってきた。
But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course. About that, if you are thinking about using Kutar, that's not going to work. But you are looking at us, so I suppose you may think us as well.
希望オイラたちの
You mean us?
他に誰がいる？
Who else? And in Sandrone, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The wild hunt is like unrelenting force of nature, but Warrior is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while Aino was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention. You mean about our mystery ally?
ああ
That's
お前
right.
の言うことが確かなら、そいつはお前たちを重要な資料まで導き、キーシ島のために強力なレーザー砲を防いだってことになる。
I mean, that's gotta be Bane's leaf. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
資料のことは私も
I
初め
hadn't
て
heard
聞
the
いた。
story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
もう一度教えてくれる？
Wild Hunt
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, and not Cry and Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log. Wait, it might actually be Alice! Not Dane, but Alice!
やっぱり記憶にない。
Still doesn't ring a bell.
となると
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them.
俺たちが困った時に助けてくれることを祈るしかない。
In trailer, it seemed that Duran was with Albedo. And I don't think he would work in secret. Varka would know about Alice. I am going to put my bet on Dane. I will keep saying it's Dane until I'm proven otherwise.
もちろん今はそいつが現れないという
Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves.
お前たちの情報で
Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsvartnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the wild hunt showing up there. Amsvartnir. I need to remember the name. Amsvartnir.
調査の結果
But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you've told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? Man, like, their facial expressions, their facial expressions are getting better. Like this? This is getting on par with ZZZ. Hello? The Moon Miner, the Wrecker of Sonari, in Notcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence. Man, I want him to be Klee's dad so bad. If we have an adult male and Alice turns out to be actual... I believe Alice could be modeled with Lauma's type of model, you know, like a adult female. I believe we could have our first Genshin couple. I would not be opposed to it. So, what do we do now? Got any ideas? Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Warrior. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Notcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rear in his current state, let alone with his power still growing. What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own? Like, Columbina, sweetie, if you've retained all of your power, I've heard somewhere that sinners, like one of the sinners, can wipe out the whole nation. I don't think you could stand a chance against him. It would be nice. I don't think so. Also, have you thought of something, Columbina?
空の上には
3 moons once watched over this world. The eternal moon was the largest, the frost moon was the brightest, and the iridescent moon was the most mysterious.
そして一番神秘的な光月。かつて月神
They say that back then the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power, enough to shape the workings of the world itself. Do you wanna wake up your power?
そして今
I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within Lumine.
それに光月の月髄は 旅人の体内にある。
Aha.
それはつまり
Are you
まだ手
suggesting...
に入れていないのは光月だけ。
Is Durin going to be iridescent moon?
そう。
If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much
私は
more
もっと
quickly.
早く力を回復させられる。
Is Durin going to have something to do with iridescent moon, or is that too far-fetched? Sorry, I just want to see like how all of this ties up. And I'm looking for connections even in places where there are no connections.
伝説にある
The three moons are said to steer the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding. According to my analysis, this solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent moon's marrow? I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau. Hey, Marionette, any way you can help us? We need to involve Marionette. Yes, I must speak with Sandrone. It's a long way from here to Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone. I'll go with her. Then that's settled. Next, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Warrior's end goal. As you saw for yourself, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsession often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it be shed some light on his title, The Wrecker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Notcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it. It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kutar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name. I mean, if Dane's here... Michelle, you need to stop this. You need to continue with the story and learn for yourself and see for yourself. Stop trying to read future. Yeah. I doubt even Nefer has something on him. That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines. Ah, she heard me. What are you doing here? I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from Humble Knight of Favonius requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this Humble Knight had something else in mind. This Humble Knight just wanted you over. Details, details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Warrior. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Notcry. We can do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat. Wait a sec, how did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be Knights of Favonia's meeting spot and contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden? You really think he could have gotten settled in Notcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is. Of course she's the leader.
こいつが北の大陸情報網のボスだ。
Head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
おべっかはそれ
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Ah, she's pissed. Are you a bit pissed? You bring Nefer up to speed on what's been happening.
なるほど想像以上にピンチってわけだ
I wish you all of the best of
代表
luck.
してみんなの幸運を祈ってる
Yeah, I'm getting the away from this.
自分は関係ないとでも言いたげだな
You are going to sit this one out?
関係を持って
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
そなたが絶対に
What if we told you we can't do this without you? Oh, the knight said you better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
報酬を用意してもらわないとねこの問題を報
I
酬
can't
とい
put
う
a
観
price
点
on
で
something
測
like
るんだ
this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard, so I can't exactly say I didn't
そう
see
言われ
this
ることを
coming.
予想していたどうしても報酬
If
が
you
欲しいという
insist
の
on
は
compensation, I will
私
pay
なら
you.
そう
Consider this a
いろ
formal
んな
commission.
形であれば
Sound
我
fair?
々に協力してくれるだろうしつこい
You just don't give up, do you?
でも
Too bad.
残念
I know you well enough to know you can't afford
あ
my
んたじゃ依頼
prices.
料を払えないよ
Rude.
危ない仕事であればあるほど報酬も高くなる英月士の手当は決して多くないだろう信徒に募金でもお願いするつ
I
もり
mean,
かい
this is not your ordinary church, so I doubt that she would pass the donation box around faithful.
姉さん
If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks?
の給料から出すってことじゃダメか
Things got really dangerous during the fight with Freya. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be Layla and fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss.
の魂は地脈を流れて姉さんとも永遠にさよならしてたかもしれない
Is Nefer gonna have a soft spot for Yehuda?
できるならやっぱり助けてあげたいんだ
Please, I'm begging you.
お願いだから菓子を作るなって口酸っぱく言ってきただろこの世で一番返しづらいものなんだから
I'm sorry, ma'am.
不幸は人と人が出会うところから始まる
Very well, Yehuda. I will help, but just this once. Don't count on this happening again.
次はないからねフリンズ
Please, that fragment that Verir was after, do you still have it on you?
もちろんです。
Of
貸
course.
しな
Let me borrow it. I need to follow up on some leads.
何かいい方法でもあるのか
You actually have some leads?
これは企業秘密なんだ
This is top secret information.
誰にだって人
I
には
get
いない
it, we all
秘密が
have things
一つや
we'd rather
二つ
keep
あ
to
るものさ
ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands.
とりあえずネフェルが月の狩人の情報収集をしてくれるなら安心だ。さて最後は
And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall
し
him.
ないとならない。この件
I'm in for this part, no matter what anyone coming
他にやり
with.
たいやつはいるか。僕がお供し
Come in too.
音もしましょう
Come off if you...
二人とも無謀すぎ
Ah, quit playing heroes.
ここは任せて
I'm way ahead of you here. Inef did a scan on the moon goddess's Kuvaki signature and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at Krumkake Craft Shop.
それをもとに踊りを
Anyone who's in, follow me.
一緒に車かけ工房に来てくれる
That's our clever, clever, clever little girl.
踊りが完成したら窓くらいにばらまくのあけど一箇所にとどまりすぎると
Okay, so basically she's making decoys.
そりゃすごい発明だな。
Genius idea. No biggie.
よし。
Alright then, we'll
三部
split
隊に
into
分かれ
three
て
teams.
行動しよう。任務を終えたら
Once your
ここに
team
戻
has
ってきてくれ
finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed. This is so cute. Oh. Wait, are we going to see Columbina in fight?
少女様、それにあんたたちまで
What are you doing at Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau?
何しに来たの？最近はお
We've
互い
been doing our best to mind our own
距離を
business lately, but if you're just gonna waltz up like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to. You really think that's gonna scare us off? Come on, guys, you know better. We're not looking for any trouble, I just want to see Sandrone. Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get in. Let them in. Oh, the change of the music! But... Are you going to make me repeat that?
いいえ、傀儡様。
No, my lady. Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day. I am looking forward to more of Sandrone and Columbina bickering. The music is wonderful. Just the music is making me happy. To what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything. I promise it's nothing big. Yeah, right. It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seems like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Don't tell me I'm going to want to pull this woman as well. I'm starting to like her too much. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes. Wait, what? I'd like to speak. I did not expect that to be a reason why she's coming to not cry.
Huh?
What?
What?
You mean the knave? Uh-huh. I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she not cry? No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the rooster and regulator. The only ones in not cry now are me and What is it you need to speak to her about anyway? You wanted to say Columbina, or is there the Torre? Guerrier, I want to go and kill the Torre. Guerrier is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Scarlet Moon! Arlecchino! Oh my god! Why didn't I make that connection? She must know more than she was letting on. I don't understand what Arlecchino has to do with the iridescent moon's marrow, but at this point, I have no choice but to go along with Columbina's plan. Is that a no then? She has closed eyes, but it's like a puppy asking. Come on. He's our common enemy. As if I need reminding, I was this close to settling things with him back before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden. Have you held any tea parties lately? Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy. I bet you served them the worst tea you have, just like you used to do to me when I upset you. They are really just like sisters. I love this. Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. Oh. Oh, you're slipping up. First Rosalind, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings? Huh. So... Oh, don't do this to me. I want to hate Fatui so much, and you make it so hard when you put it like this. Like, imagine all of the girls just sitting at the tea table and having a tea party and kikiing about everything together. Not just the intel, but like anything and everything. Like a normal girls, which of course they are normal women, but it's still hard to imagine. You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react? Well, duh, why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Or was she genuinely trying to introduce Columbina to a new flavors? Maybe all that coldness is just an act, and they actually get along? Oh yeah, and Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around too, but I guess we won't be seeing him again. But they were buddies! They actually held the tea parties? Oh my god! Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia? Have Fevronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice. Pass along a message for me too, it would, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care. Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come out at you so openly. But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes. I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of reason to stay as I do. What's your reason for staying? Give me. Tell me, why are you with Fatui then? Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it, nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real. She says that, but she's the one who just caved in and agreed to help Columbina. Aww. Guess that's our cue to leave. Let's go, we'd better not keep Varka and the others waiting. That might be your plan, but it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer. Please, don't betray us. There's some... Oh, okay. Phew! I was thinking she literally just backstabbed us. My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is heading straight for the facility. Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party? Clear the area, I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Bologna from crushing him last time, but I made sure that won't happen again. The entire experimental design bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapon system. Just be careful, okay? Don't tell me what to do. Look, if you're leaving, make it quick, or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back. Shh, stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party. I know, but thank you anyway, Sandrone. This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you. Are we having a fight? Let's pick up where we left off. It's your wild hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes. Okay. Oh! Not what I was expecting, but okay. Like, can I do something else? Or do I just... Okay. It's just going to be like this, huh? Well, she certainly doesn't f*** around. How much do I have to beat? I mean, this is not exactly fun. No, you don't. This machine is severely damaged. I can't do anything. Like, did I lose? Oh. Plonia, get him. Let's finish this once and for all.
いない。
She's not here.
逃げたか。
Where did she go?
ちょっと聞いてるの？
恨めしい月目。
Ooh, Curse Moon.
探せ。そう遠くには行ってないはずだ。
Something tells me you will have to upgrade Polonia again and maybe build her from scratch. You know, I'm kinda... My tracking is not that good. Ooh, what's
これ
this?
がそなたの月の狩人を調べる方法か。
It looks like some kind of
儀式
ceremony.
のようだな。
鋭いね。
Good deduction, but it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frost Moon science. First time I've ever been in here, boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon, but it's actually kinda nice.
ずっと入るなって言いつけられてたし、これがスメー
Oh, I guess this must be Sumeru decor. That's where boss is from. And the nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
どれも用途は分か
I'm
る
not sure exactly what you've planned, but it looks like you're all set. When do we begin?
儀式はいつでも始められる。
Whenever we wish, but for some reason I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well.
私は月の狩
I've
人の
never
力を
faced Warrior
目
by
の当たりにした
myself,
こともないけど
but from what you've told me, his
あんたたちの
power is
言う通り
beyond anything I could
そいつは
imagine.
並外れた力を持ってる。対して
I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am,
私とあいつ
forced
の
to
運
make
命
an
は
enemy of him.
交わるはずもなかったのに私から見て
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
受けた依頼を取り
Once
消
I
すなんて
take a
ことは
job,
しない
there's no
よ
backing out. Still, I have to ask myself
私
if
が頼りにしてる
the
力
power
が
I'm relying on
あいつ
will
に
even
通用す
work
る
on an opponent of his caliber.
少しそれと
And also,
予想外の
how to
状
make
況
sure I come out of this alive
ど
if
うやっ
things
て自分
spiral
の
out
身を
of
守ったら
control.
いいかも考えさせてくれ死はありふれた
That is the one thing we can
こん
take
な
for
人間
granted.
にも
It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate you may otherwise
だか
be.
ら
So it's important to consider how we spend what lifespan we have left. Come on, boss, lighten up. Quit talking about that. It's bad luck.
死ぬなんて言わない方がいいって縁起でもない。
ネフェルの言うことも
For
もっとも
once, I agree with you. When you're up against the foe like Reverie, there's no such
あらゆ
thing
る
as
ことを
being
想
too
定しておいた
prepared.
方が良い何か私
Is
に
there
手伝える
anything
こ
I
と
can
は
do to help?
ないね
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day. Yoda, I need you to find someone for me. The sooner, the
できる
better.
だけ早く頼む。
人探しって
Fool,
この前高額で
that shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
姉さん
Come on, boss, you're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat little gadget that was exactly what I needed. Trust me, she's a good person.
便利アイテムを売ってくれとったからいい人に決まってるって
Yehuda, Dory is everything but not a good person.
でも誰のことか
Anyway,
分か
I
った
know
ら
who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. A few moments later... Quit dragging me, I genuinely can't run any further. Oh my god, this voice again.
おや
Hey, aren't you... What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora and charging double my usual attendance fee. See? Look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee. I mean, Yehuda would definitely have a lot to talk about with Kabe.
ドリーサングマハベ
I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
ここで商売をする
If you want to make it big and not cry, it's all about connections, Lady Nefer. Just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me.
そちらの
And she also did me a big favor in the
す
past.
る情報がおーたくさんあり私が何度くらい
It was back when I first arrived in Notcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my land, had an adverse reaction to the Kawaki and fainted.
決めずに気を失ってしまったんでそんな時
And wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life or death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day.
それからそれからそれからそれ
I've been giving her a 30% discount of all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Bosnakar.
オーナー様のお友達さらにお
Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off.
その方
What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous.
あー偉大なるサングマハベイ様はなんて太っ腹なのかしらさてさて見たところ
So let me guess, you've run into some trouble, huh? I've got everything you could possibly need. And more you buy, the more you'll save.
おりますわよたくさん買えば買うほど割引いたします
当たりだよ。
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
そういう類の商品はよ
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suite of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea?
よろしければ
At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
もし
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
どうする？
おやおやおや
Then we are really talking top shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in my stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
サプライヤー
Supplier?
できるすんごい女性ですわお名前は明かせませんがもう少ししたら
Alice! Alice!
聞いておりますの
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Notcry in the near future. Auntie Elise is coming.
もしお待ちいただけ
If you're willing to wait, I can ask her once she's here. Can't say exactly how long that will be
に
though.
なるか
じゃあ質問を変えるよ。
Then let me put it another way. What would you do if you
そういうレ
encounter
ベル
an
の相手
enemy
に
like
出
that?
くわしたらどうする？
Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver plate?
そんなこと
course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers. Which, hold on, what exactly are you getting at? No, 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 this is for my personal use only. Let's just say I'm borrowing it, alright? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think? Fine, you can borrow it for 5 days, no, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal? Deal. Now, was there anything else you wanted, or can I go back to bed now? Go away, please go away. That will be all. Take care now, don't trip on your way back, friend. See you later. You're my favorite shopkeeper. Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened and don't make a sound. After laying down the ground rules for everyone, alright. Now then, let's peer into Varka of Solnari's past. Oh, everything hurts, guys. Everything hurts. I want to end the recordings, but, well, I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Kanrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome wrecker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Kanria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring. So... a handwritten note. Hi, Varka. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out the new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. Yes, new stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home, a few teacups and pen rack. Hope you like them. They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together. Okay, I just need to charge my phone because it's dying and I don't want it to turn off. Okay. Like, did Rerir have a wife? Journal on the table. I went over to Joseph's for drinks. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Tolindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good. But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go. Tolindis, that's the same name Rerir mentioned. Grain imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even want to eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat. Grains has to be important, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Kanria's underground, so it doesn't get much
日の光
sunlight?
がだから家も
That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings.
錬金術で
They
改
even
良
use
された品種
alchemically
まで
modified
食べる
strains for food. Seems like the people of Kanria don't have many options when it comes to
相当限られ
dining.
てたんだね
そろそろ金も貯まった
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere
し
safe.
まっておかないと
あれ
Making a big purchase? I wonder what it is. Most of what's written in the diary are the mundane details of everyday life. It's clear that the author was an ordinary Kanrian, or at least that they were passing themselves off as one. The author's handwriting doesn't reveal anything. It's neither showy nor stiff. In fact, it doesn't really leave any particular impression.
こいつはプロだね
He really is a
どんな手を
professional.
使
No
って
wonder
も
he's so good at
月の
covering
狩
his
りよりも
tracks.
痕跡が見つからなかったわけだ狂ってもな
Despite what he's
昔の
become,
習
it
慣
seems
が
like
染
he's
みついて
retained
る
certain habits, at least in this regard. Near the end of the diary, you notice a page with shallow indentation along the bottom. The previous page has been torn out. For now, its contents remain a mystery.
月の狩人がページを持ち去った
Did Rarier rip it out himself? But pen marks like these leave a trace. With something like charcoal to add some color, you just need to find the right angle. She sees a fine charcoal pencil on the desk. Before long, she has restored the missing words. Compared with the forgettable handwriting from before, these lines have been scrawled in a rugged, more haphazard way, as if the person who wrote them was in an emotional state.
お前に会うまで
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool,
そこには月が
the
一
burial place of a fallen moon,
葬られて
a withered windless grove where the
枯れた
waters
怪し
rested
い
forever
風の復活
unrippled.
だが
It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered
俺の
away,
心が錆
that
び
it
つ
could
いてい
still
ないことを
beat
教
to
え
the
て
rhythm
くれ
of love. This is just a trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? Like, there was a theory that Rarier was in love with some moon goddess? Hang on, is Rarier like... no, is he like Columbina's dad or something? That would be wild, actually.
月が一輪葬られている
The burial place of a fallen moon. Burial, not burial. Okay. This looks like... This is Rarier? Hang on, come here. No, don't move. He looks so... like, okay, NPC, but like... healthy man, but he looks better now. Okay, you need to move. Here. Young Dane?
ダインおおそちらはベスルフェルニル様
What a surprise
あ
to
な
see
た
you
までい
here,
らっしゃる
sir.
とは
It's so weird.
宮廷じゃないんだか
Hello
ら
there, Rarier.
かしこまらないでいい
You need not to address me so formally
こんにちは
outside the court.
レリュ
暇そうにしていたから酒でも飲もうと
He doesn't get much free time, so I invited him for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right? And it's also strange to hear Dane with such a relaxed voice, you know?
恐れ
I'm
多いな
flattered.
それで
So, what are we discussing today?
なんでそんな目で
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an
お酒を
excuse
飲
to
む
have
の
a
に
few
理由なん
drinks.
かいらないだろう
とぼけるなよ
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's it coming along?
かの有名な真っ向の
Who would have
剣
thought the
ダイン
Great
フレイ
Twilight
ル様
Sword
も
was an even
友
greater
人のプライベ
gossip?
ートに首を突っ込むのか
Oh, this is so sweet and wholesome.
お前がこの友人グル
I
ープ
just
の
didn't
中で
expect you to be the
一番
first one to
最初
settle
に
down and get married, that's all. Yeah, if you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
ただ
So are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told
まだ知
her.
らないんだ
Sure, I'll help to tell her at some point, but I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she will take it.
そこまでネガティ
Come
ブ
on,
に
stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're
絶対いい
doing
結
now.
果になるさそれにしても親衛隊の
A
兵士
member of the King's Guard. Quite a cover story. Does the king himself even know?
陛下は
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
俺
Same old, same old. Nothing much to...
ベズルどうした
What's
んだ
up, vet?
なんでもない。
It's nothing. Renowned throughout the court of Khanria as the visionary and said to possess a wisdom far beyond reach of any ordinary human. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Did he knew how Rerir would end up? Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother? Or just another of the Winster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
茶色の癖っ気
Brown curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day.
こんな見た目をしてたんだね平凡で
Perfectly normal, no different from anyone
そ
else.
こいらの奴らと何も変わらない怪物を見ること
As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be. I think it's sweet that we are getting like the look into the other people's lives. Let's check it. Aww. You're back early. Oh, she's cute.
今日は機材のメンテナンス日だったから
Our
早めに
equipment's
帰って
being
きたの
serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual.
今日はどうだ
How
っ
has your day been? What's with her eyes? She's not from Khanria? Is she really like a... Is she a moon goddess as well? These are not Khanrian's eyes. What's going on?
た何よその顔
Why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you hard
親衛
time
隊の
again?
上司に難癖つけられたとか
Went for a drink with Dane and the others for after work.
いいことじゃない
Isn't that a good thing? Showed up today too. You know, Danesley's older brother.
ああベズルフェルニルさん
Yes, I've heard of him.
聞いた
They
ことあ
say
る
that
わ
everything he says
彼
ends
の
up
言
coming
葉は
true.
全て真実になるんでしょ
He overheard Danesley mention that I'd recently proposed and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
だから心配になっちゃったの
So you're worried? He can be such a child
まるで
sometimes,
子供み
very
た
rare.
いね
She looks, this dress, it looks like Khanrian, but at the same time I can see, and maybe it's just my head, but I can see the Frost Moon science in this. Some issue of not cry. She has also some Lumine vibes, but I'm going to ignore that. But the eyes, they are gorgeous, yeah. But like, what's with the eyes? Who are you?
別に私たちはす
We're
ごい人でも
nobodies.
何でもな
Why
い
would
し
the visionary be
預言
concerned
者の
about
関
us?
心を引けるわけないでしょ
You, ma'am, are not from Khanria.
ああいうお方は
I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
そうかもな
Maybe you're right.
そんな心
You
配
worry
し
too
ない
much,
で
Rerir. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going well, has it not? You even proposed to me. So you do remember. Tell me then, what's your answer? Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we still have to go... We still got to plan ahead. Alright, take your time, just don't keep me waiting forever. Sounds about right. In the eyes of the people like Vedral, I can't read his name. What do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed in the far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days the king is lost in his research and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. Lord! Lord! The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why, because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are a few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. Oh! My butt hurts. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace? Oh, so you're an assassin. Got it. Tolinis, Nothing, you are right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. I have a theory. She isn't. Okay, she is not from Calria, but it's like sweet that she's like sun and he's like. She's so light and he's so dark. Like, it's so cute. Okay, what made you villain? Was it cataclysm? Did somebody kill her? Or something else happened? For sure it had to do with her death. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come. See? You just need to stay positive, Freddy. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right here, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain, and that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown. You're right, Tolinis. I've just been overthinking things. That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready. You go ahead, I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you. Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started, but don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be happy, Bunny. I'll be there. You drive a hard bargain. You really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball? Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, alright? Alright, white outfit it is. It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services, by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Winster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancé to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence rate rarely do. Who would have thought we were the same line of the work? Let's dig a little deeper. It's so weird to walk, to see Canria. Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Wrecker of Solnari. In total, we apprehended... Okay. They are going after Crimson Moon accomplices, so... After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on. Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Winster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Canria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past. That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance, and that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to. You still haven't told her what you really do for a living? Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're the one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood? You didn't choose this life any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say. But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Nah, she's not. Someone, it seems, has strong opinion about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution. Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are not helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding. Thanks, Torkel. You look after yourself too. Or they have wedding and she is killed. Oh, that would suck. I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know, things you cannot know. The moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedernofil held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Polynis. He seems very concerned by Vedernofil's reaction. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second, what's this black smoke? So he's late after all. Just you wait, Rary. You're in for it, big time. Are you working for someone, man? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers? No. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you. For someone so young, sure have a way with words, don't you? And you're done.
僕の話を聞いてくれ
Maybe
る
have a word in private?
あなたは誰なの？
What do you
私に何
want?
の用？
僕が誰かなんて重要じゃないよ。最近あまりにもたくさんの仲間が殺されちゃったから
A lot of us
リ
were
スクを
killed
冒してお
lately.
姉さんと接しこの前
Not
月
long
の狩
ago.
人と部下の襲撃があってね。たくさんの仲間が犠牲。
ちょっと待って。どうして急にそんなことを私に言うの？ごめんなさい。
What does it have to do
関
with
わりを
me?
持ちたくない
I
わ。
don't want to be involved.
待って、最後まで聞いて。今回僕たちは月の狩人の顔を見ることができた。
Oh god,
それでやっと
no.
身元、その人の名前はレリル。
なんですって？
皮肉なものだよね。お姉さんに求婚までした男が実は処刑人だったなんて。
Why are you telling me all of this now?
簡単だよ。
Simple, it's because
おかしい。今の記憶に月の
this memory belongs to Tolindis.
これはレリル。
Dario couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day. So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rary's fragment to spy directly on his memories?
これ以上聞くなら
Any more questions and I'll have to start charging.
お姉さん。
I had no idea you could do that, boss. Seriously, that was amazing. We're not worthy, we're not worthy.
でもまだ
I gotta admit though, I'm itching to see what
あの
happens
後ま
next.
だまだいろいろありそうだったのに。
Feels like we've barely scratched the surface.
私も気になるけ
I'm
ど
just as curious as you are, but the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now.
幸い
Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
私たちの方は
So far so good, I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with Lumine. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
心配なら見に行ったらどうだい
If you're worried about them, go see how they're
姉
doing.
さんはいつも記
If
録
I
や
know
整理
boss,
に
she's
時間
gonna
を
need
か
some
けるん
time
だ
to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet with the others. Like honestly, at least we have
も
Columbina.
う2日もずーっとこの辺をうろちょろしてるぜ。
Those things just won't
しつこい
quit.
気づかれては
They
ない
might
みた
not
い
have
だけ
seen
ど
us yet, but with them
あい
constantly
つらが
sweeping the
パトロール
area,
して
our
る
way
せいで
is
オイ
completely
ラたち
blocked.
の帰り道がずーっと塞がれてるぞ。
Nice and
で
quietly.
きるのか？一回でもバレたら終わりだ。オイラたちを見つ
If
けた
they
ら
spot us,
すぐ
they'll run
月の
straight
狩
back to
人に
Rarier,
報告しに
and
行くだろう
once he knows we are here, it won't be
そ
long
した
before
ら
he's
あの
breathing down
怖
our
いや
necks
つと
again.
ご対面だぜ。
Be that as it may, we still have to try.
おう
Guess you're right. Alright, time to zip it. I hate these sections.
危ない気づかれるとこだったぞ。バレなくてよかったな。
And when do you... Where do I go?
気をつけろ。こっちに来るぞ。
Where do I go?
頑張れ。あとちょっとだ。ここを抜ければ。
Okay.
ここにもこんなにいるのかよ。
We can't keep going like this. Fire.
炎？
Fire?
なんだ
Arlecchino!
この匂い。
Arlecchino!
おい、大変だ。火事になってるぞ。
Arlecchino! That was quick.
Sandrone の言う通り
You look
君
weak,
も随分
Columbina.
と弱ってしまったようだ昔の君なら
The old you would never have let such lonely creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Taritza and that's why you've lost most of
力
your
をほと
power.
んど失ったと聞いたが自由の代償は
Freedom
重く
comes at a heavy price, doesn't
そう
it?
だ
お前アルレッキーノ
You
来てくれたんだな。
久しいな
Hello again, Columbina, and greetings,
Sorry,
guests of the House of the
ハウ
Heart.
ス・オブ・ハースの大切なお客人
久しぶり
It's been a while,
アルレッ
Arlecchino.
キーノ。
Man, I just wanna, I wanna... Is it possible to go to sleep?
月の狩人め、あなたのデータは手に入れたわ。次に会うときは
Next
こう
time
はい
you're
かないわよ。
finished.
あいつここまでやるなんて。
何か手
Do you
伝いま
need
しょ
a
うか
hand?
邪魔しないで。
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can you see I'm busy?
ん
Wait a minute, I recognize that voice.
サンドローネさん
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent
お
us
父
to...
様から
to
これ
help.
来るように言われて
Everyone's here! Babies!
あいつもなかな
How
か気が利く
considerate
じゃ
of
ん。
her.
フレミネだっけ？
Fremine,
こっちに来
get
て
over
修理
here
の
and
手
help
伝
me
って。
fix this. Lini, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines.
私の機械に触らせないように妹をちゃんと見張ってなさい。猫女が触った
Nearly
機械
every
は
machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire.
二人で
Go
掃
put
除
her
で
on
もしててよ。
cleaning duty or something.
ボン
Then
Lina,
let's start downstairs.
下の階を片付けよう。
Fremine, we'll leave this place to you.
任せて
You got it.
待って
Wait a sec.
棚の中に
Pretty sure
Mother,
there's still
whichever
something in the
one.
cupboard. If you want some, you'll
好
have
き
to
な
make
も
it
のを入れな
yourselves.
さい。
Aww. Okay, so we had a little rendezvous and then... What? This is so adorable. So,
通常を焼き尽くす
So enter the meeting place. You know what? I'm going to rest for now, and tomorrow we will continue with the meeting and everything else. It's too late in here anyway, and I don't have any light, so reading of my model is a little bit off. But for now, this should suffice. And we will see each other in another video, in another time, I suppose. And yeah, see y'all in next time. Bye bye.